Hello guys, today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable, which is a very interesting game and a very funny game. I also love how you can see the little recording thing in the screen. That's great. But yeah, this little intro thing, so let's just jump right into that. The end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, so that's the intro. Everyone in the office is just gone, so we gotta go find everybody.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's something that I would do. Miss it, but nice. Turn off the computer. Cool. Just look around. Can't see anybody.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Or did I? Okay, this is what we'll do. This time we'll follow him, and then we'll play it again and see what happens if you don't. Because this game has a bunch of different endings depending on the decisions you make leading up to the end, and so it's pretty cool.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, but this is funny. Let it ball up inside you, talk it out passive-aggressively. Oh, dang it, shit. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and some bevel on all the text. I can't read that. It's too fast. I am the most unique. Epic. Alright, where are we going, narrator?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, sir. You're the man. Let's get going.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Yeah.
What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Very interesting. Let's
But
see.
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known
Oh,
this.
of course not. But I do.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh.
Amazing. He
Close the
stepped
windows.
into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, hold on, narrator. The window's closed. What's back here? Wait, what if we play music? I can't play the piano? Dang. Yeah, I like how I like that. It's funny because it's like they're talking to us, not to Stanley, and so it's incredible that Stanley knew it because, you know. All right, let's go down this scary elevator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Very interesting. Let's see what's happening here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But that says escape. Okay, I'm gonna follow what he says. Mind control facility. Let's see.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. What are all these black rectangles?
Now the monitors
Oh
jumped to
my God.
life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
There's
The
mine,
lives of so
47.
many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
That's-
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, it's really scary. This looks really freaking cool, though.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to
47's
believe.
right
It
there.
couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Absolutely insane.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
The narrator's
But here
in.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
We're gonna
For
shut it.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Period. But like I was saying before, I think the narrator's an exceptional actor and, you know, voice actor, obviously. So, yeah, let's shut this boy down. Let's go in here, the big ass screen. Crouch, crouch,
And when at
crouch.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Ah. Oh shit. Narrator? It's really dark. I can't see.
Blackness and a rising
Thank you.
chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Whoa.
He had won. He
I already
had
won.
defeated
I
the
won the game.
machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Alright guys, that's the
yet,
end of the episode.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yep.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It's not open yet. Oh.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Hell yeah,
the
guys.
feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new
So
path
peaceful.
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yep. And see, that's what happens every time. You get an ending, and it's really short, and then you come back, and you're right back in the beginning. You're right back in the middle of it. Now, that might have seemed like, you know, that's the good ending. You get away. Oh, shit. Wait.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been
Damn
trained
it.
for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
That's usually
The
how it
thing to
goes.
do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Quarantine.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the
The
ability
clock
to tell.
is only detected
But
by
the one thing
seconds.
he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Now it's even closer.
What's gonna happen?
Here it comes.
I guess that was another ending. Alright, epic. We got 2 endings so far. I'm not sure how many endings there are in the game, but we're gonna get all of them eventually. Oh, I know one. I know another funny one.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Whoa, this is different.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Whoa.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I am looking, and I cannot find a trace of my coworkers. The narrator is so smart. Okay. Aha, 420.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Shut
Nor
up.
did it advance the story in any way.
Let me touch everything if I want to. Gosh, narrator, you're so mean.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. No, I will not.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. I want to admire the employee lounge. Gosh. Dude, you're so rude. What if they could be in here? Oh, well, they're not, but...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in here, dude.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah. I'm just gonna chill out. Can I close this door? No, dang. Well, I'm just gonna hang out in here, dude. Maybe get a cold drink.
Yes. Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
I think it's worth it.
Really worth it.
Yes, it is. Thank you. I'm just gonna still hang out in here, though, dude. This game is amazing, so I'm just gonna enjoy it by sitting in one room.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Why is every voice so mean? You're just as mean as Gladys. Every disembodied voice is awful.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
You just failed, though, because you talked. Let's see. Let's see. Is there any more dialogue? Narrator, talk to me. Narrator, talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Plant. Plant picture. Ocean picture. Road picture. Mountain picture. Wow, all the plants and geological stuff. Genius commentary. I think, dang it, I think he's done. Well, I'm gonna end this episode here because just what a better way to end. There's no better way to end the episode than in this absolutely perfectly stunning room. So, in the next episode, we will continue to completely disobey the narrator because fuck him, he's mean. Even though he led us to freedom in the last one. Whatever, he's mean. Yeah, y'all know what to do. Bye!